Good morning, Ranch Sorters. We are here in Fort Worth, Texas with the winners of our number 4 class, Mr. Aric Adams and Miss Laura Latt. Both of these guys came all the way from Florida to capture this championship. 421 teams to start. We went to 90, 20, and these guys made the top 10, rode off with $9,300. Y'all are going to split $9,344. Aric, tell us a little bit about your horses, the trip over here. I mean, that's a pretty far trip, right?
Yeah, it was long. Yeah, I split it up. We left and drove it was supposed to be 9 hours. Obviously any time that you're pulling horses, it takes a lot longer than Google Maps says.
Yeah.
So it wound up being, 12, 11, something like that. And stayed over in Vicksburg, Mississippi, and then drove the rest of the way. And then, unfortunately for me, I made a poor decision and left a little late and went through Dallas at 4 p.m. Not good. 98 degrees and horses sit on the trailer. I was pretty stressed. So.
Yes, that is most definitely stressful of you guys. When you start coming in and you have that option like 30 through Dallas or 20, I always take 20 if I can do that. Yeah. Laura, did you lay over? Because, I'm thinking total, like it's usually about 22 or 23 hours for you guys.
Okay, you're ousting me because my horses went on the trailer and I flew in.
Oh,
nice.
That is very nice.
I'm pretty lucky, yeah.
Cadillac treatment. So, Josh Cochran, Caitlin Cochran.
Yes.
So, did they bring your horses for you?
Yes, they hauled all the horses over. They ride my horses. They're always in fantastic shape and ready for me. So, they're a huge blessing. They're at all the shows to coach and mentor us. They support us. I would not be here without them, so I'm incredibly grateful.
Wow, that is one of the best shout outs I've heard right there. Now, both of these guys ride with Josh and Caitlin, and super nice people down in Ocala, Florida. Y'all definitely go visit them. Aric, you just bought Josh's horse from him a couple weeks ago.
I did, yeah. So the journey in ranch sorting's been pretty amazing. I started off going to Lithia. Actually, my wife got me started with Grady Fortner in Williston, and we started going to Liz McClendon's place in Lithia, and it was just a big family atmosphere. Initially, I was skeptical. I'm a horse vet, and so I work on horses all the time, enough that I had kind of lost the love of riding, to be honest. And so I got down there and I was like, wow, this is why I got into horses to start with. So anyways, started riding a bunch and fell in love with ranch sorting, wanted to get better, and started riding at Josh's, wanted to get better. So I started riding before work, and I've been going there, my wife and I have been going there at 7 o'clock in the morning, 3 days a week. And my horse got hurt for the Lithia finals. And he let me ride his horse Jet, which is an amazing horse, and then let me buy him. So yeah, it's been spectacular. It's been a lot of fun.
That is an amazing story. And you mentioned a lot of really nice people down in Florida. Guys, there are people that will definitely help you out. Liz McClendon's one of our Florida producers. Grady Fortner gets people started. Josh and Caitlin have an amazing facility, take care of their people. All right, let's talk about the actual run and the stress that maybe we felt usually in that first round, right? So there's 421 teams. We kind of go in, I'm thinking, with, we're just going to do the best we can do, right? What are your expectations that very first round? What do you think, Laura?
I was scared to death, frankly. Caitlin was a huge support, her and Josh, and they just said, you made the top 10, and that's the biggest step. So I think you realize really quickly that, yes, the winning is great, but it's really about the friends, the memories, and the moments that you make along the way that are more important. And riding in with that finals team was so incredibly humbling, and that experience in and of itself was a lot. It was very overwhelming. So.
Oh my gosh, I love your answer. That's one of the best answers I've ever gotten. So we cut from 421 to 90, Aric. And so you're like, okay, we made the 90. So what's the game plan now in round 2?
Don't blow out. The cattle outside were tough.
Yeah.
Inside, I had a couple good runs, and there was a big disparity outside to inside, I thought. And so we were outside, and we said can't blow out. And so we, and we've ridden together a fair bit at Josh's practicing.
Yeah.
And so that helps a bunch when you know kind of how someone rides. And so, we single man sort some, when we're practicing.
Oh, that's
and
a
so,
good practice.
So anyways, we just kind of, joke around and go single man sort.
Yeah.
So riding into the pen, trying to make cuts where you're not bringing, bringing three,
Right.
bringing yours on the panels.
Yeah.
So that's what we were trying to do. And, we did that the second round. We tried to do that the third round. We knew the third round that, we didn't need a bunch to come back, and the cattle that we rode in on were really tough. And so, Josh said 1 cow. And I said, what? And he said 1 cow, and they kept blowing people out.
Yeah.
And so I rode in there, we sorted 1 cow, and I looked over, and my next number was on the fence, and I rode over towards it, and Josh was like, no. And so I backed up, and we sat there for however many seconds. It was hard to do. But it was smart, because I've done that at Lithia, where the finals herds, a bunch of floppy-eared Brahmas are tough, and you go in there first in the finals round and you just blow out. And so sometimes having a veteran to guide you
Yes,
is really
huge.
really smart, because the adrenaline gets to flowing and you just
And you make poor decisions, yeah.
over and over. So anyway,
This guy, he obviously veterinarian, so he has got the mind. He mentioned all kind of strategy right in here. I love the one-man sort. It helps you with those angles. It helps you cut your own trash sometimes. So that is really good practice. You are a veterinarian. You said a horse vet, but it sounds like you have a little cow knowledge too.
yeah. When I was a kid, we had cattle and stuff, which has helped me a bunch. Like, I've foot chase cows.
Yeah.
And so,
That'll
and
help you with your angles.
Josh preaches about that it's all about angle.
Yeah.
It's not, and so you get these cows that don't know the hole, and they keep turning, and, you got to get to their head and use the whole pen to try to cut them off. So anyway, so that's helped a lot, but sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes at the end, you still don't succeed because they get the blender effect. But
They
anyway.
do, and I think one of the things, if you have never been out here with us, we have 7 sorting pens running at one time a lot of times. In the background, we have our 3 indoor pens, and up top, the 4 outdoor pens, and Aric made a very good point that a lot of times the indoor cattle have a little bit of air conditioning back here. Like right now, it's pretty cool in here to me. It usually tries to stay about 68 degrees. Outside, we're exposed to the Fort Worth weather, and they do sort very differently inside and outside. And if you can make those adjustments, you're already ahead of the game.
Okay.
Now, Laura, the 90 to the 20. So I'm just listening to, you're just coming along, and Josh is saying get 1 cow, and you're doing what you're supposed to do. Is that?
That was actually the 20 to get to the top 10.
Just one.
Yes, that we needed just the one.
Yep.
I don't even think I remember our 90 ride, to be totally honest with you. Everything is kind of a blur. It's overwhelming.
Yeah,
Well,
I think
y'all
I
finished.
think we had 7, and then we got 6 in the 90.
Yeah,
So
you-
we had a pretty good.
Oh, I think we were first going into the 3rd round, I think.
Yeah.
First up,
Something
y'all
like-
I don't
finished
remember,
with
but-
20 head.
Yeah.
And so let's talk about that for a second, because only 9 teams made it back. We didn't even fill up the short go. That's how tough it was. And I'm going to give you just a little bit of percentages. So if you go into the horse show tracker, y'all, 421 teams on the first round. If you go to Go Leaders, scroll through the Go Leaders, what I like to look at is how many clean and how many NTs in there. And the number 4 class was running about 33% clean.
Wow.
Right? That is really tough right there in terms of percentages. And we stayed by about 30 to 33% clean throughout the rounds in the number 4 class. They were fresh cows. 9 teams. Y'all were the first team out. So you had 20 head total on 4 rounds. The 9th team had 20 head.
Yeah.
And so were we refreshing the tracker as fast as we could to see whose 20 was faster? How was that? Laura, you're nodding.
That's exactly how it happened. I couldn't watch any of the final runs. It was just too intense. And I was just like, you know what? It's already ordained. Whatever's going to happen is going to happen. And I just wanted to kind of sit back and enjoy it. And Aric and I were standing there, and we had Caitlin and Alejandro, and Josh was on the phone in the stands, and they were like, "You're the only qualified time." And as they kept working down, and then it was the we saw them get the 20. We did
Yeah.
see that because it was on the big screen.
And their 21 went through right
At the
after
buzzer.
at the buzzer.
Yeah.
So I think its head was through, and so
Yeah.
it was it could have gone either way.
Yeah.
So hats off to them, and yeah, we were super happy, and that's the way it works though. Seems like sometimes the buzzer kills you or helps you. So
Yeah, it was overwhelming.
It most definitely is overwhelming, but you guys handled it wonderfully. Congratulations. Now, are y'all going to ride together anymore this week?
I think we're going to do the shootout tomorrow.
We ride today in the graduated rookie and the shootout.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, awesome. Good luck to both of you.
Thank you so much.
And maybe
Thank you.
we will see you back here later.
Maybe so.
That would be awesome.
Thank you.
All right, Ranch Sorters, we'll be back later with some more interviews. We've got a lot of winners rolling out.